support as mayor? Why? And please give examples. Let's get specific now.
Well, basically what I would do is I would get, like I said, shelters for homelessness and have them to be like a non-profit organization, and also get halfway houses for the prisoners and things of that nature so they can be rehabilitated as well and put on their feet instead of, being looked as criminals and they out in the world now they rehabilitated. So that's what I would do. Like, I would do a lot of things like that. It's just a confusing moment right now, but like I said, I was thrown off earlier and I'm trying to get it together, but my everything is good for the city as far as like homelessness and homes and things of that nature. I would take care of that. I would make sure that everything is good. That's all I can tell. And people that know me know I'm gonna put my foot out there for them homeless folks and those in the youth. So right now I'm trying to get my mind together, and all I can tell you is that I know exactly what to do when I get in the mirror. I can show you better than I can tell you. I can tell you what I'm gonna do when they get in the office and don't do nothing.
That is time. Thank you very much. Candidate Holland?
Homelessness is a two-part fold. We have mental health part and a part that we have to look at and provide funding for. And then you have with lack of resources. But as a city and as a mayor and as a team person, we would have to support those auxiliaries that's out there already, that's already trying to help. We have over 200 nonprofits, we have over 200 or 300 churches in the city. So we, like they say, reinvent the wheel. We just try to give them the resources that they need, especially for the mental health, and try to help someone get on their feet. And that's also when you get into bringing new businesses here that are philanthropists that want to contribute to our revitalization. Thank you.
Candidate Williams?
Can you repeat the question?
Okay, how will you support attainable housing for everyone? What types of housing initiatives will you support as mayor and why? Please give examples.
So one of the things that we want to do, and if you look on M59, we got that place built when we were on city council, but we used pilots in order to do it, which is payment in lieu of taxes. One of the things that this administration and this council had decided to do was not use that tool or economic development in order to make that happen. But we also have to make sure that when people are coming and building these attainable houses in Pontiac and not in Rochester and not in other places, that we don't become a dumping ground. We have to make sure that our quality of life for all of our residents doesn't suffer just because we have the biggest heart. We have the Hope Warming Shelter where they ship people from all over to come right here in the city of Pontiac. And if they're going to do that, we need to get more resources from the state and more resources from the federal government so we can build attainable houses for all. Thank you.
Candidate McGinnis.
Thank you. And this is a conversation we need to keep having ongoing. And I hope that we as a community hold whoever gets elected their feet to the fire, because we have so much opportunity and possibility in our community. When it comes to attainable housing, we have left too many tools on the shelf. And that is something that this current administration must have to contend with. Their position is completely contrary to mine. I've been vocal about that behind closed doors and in public settings, and my voting record reflects that. I'm grateful that my predecessor on the city council supported that, because that made my neighborhood better. That Winston Commons is so sharp, it's quality housing, and it's attainable. I, as mayor, want to make sure that we are leaving nothing on the table. There are current initiatives and federal and state programs that we've supported now, that we've been building those fundamentals so that when we have that capacity in the city, and any new that come online, I want Pontiac to be front and center. Oakland County, for the first time under our new county executive, or current but new lately, that's my time. I'll rebut myself. Can I do a second minute?
I need a clarification on that. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. That when it comes to attainable housing, we can grow and stabilize so many neighborhoods, and we have as a community not be afraid to say because somebody is poor, somebody is less than, that it will degrade or tear down the neighborhood. That is false. Our community is stronger when all of us can afford to live here. I don't want anyone priced out of Pontiac. I don't want anyone to have to head for the doors. And part of that challenge now is because rental properties are skyrocketing. So as we expand the capacity of homes at all price points, I want it townhomes, I want condos, I want senior housing, I want apartments, I want single family homes. I want us to be as creative, receptive, and at the ground level of all the creative innovations that are happening in this space and partnering every step of the way in Oakland County. Those new apartments are on Gulf Drive right now because of the Oakland County Housing Trust, and I want them to front load Pontiac projects, including pilot projects. I want Purdue down and building senior housing on the east side. I've supported that every step of the way. It should have already happened.
Okay, hang on for 1 second. We have a rebuttal from Mr. Holland.
I'm just confused because I watched city council meeting, and when Tim was running for mayor, you was opposing. And then when you found out he wasn't running for mayor, and then you simply said out your mouth that you support his ideas and his agenda. And then when you look at what was voted on, you guys just about rubber stamped everything that this current mayor did. So and now you sit here and say something totally different than what you've been standing for these last 4 years. So I'm confused. I want some clarity on that because I heard it, I watched it, and he was like, I'm not with Grindel. But when he found out Grindel wasn't running, now all of a sudden our views align up. That's crazy. That's what our fault for letting people use Pontiac as a resume builder and a stepping stone. We don't know what to do.
Thank you very much. Candidate Riley.
Thank you. Based upon the last census reports, Pontiac is a majority renter-based city. That is a known fact. We will change that by creating opportunities and pathways for buyers to become homeowners. That's what attainable housing is all about. And you can achieve that through market rate. You want individuals that are working at any of these companies within our city, be it UWM, Amazon, you want them to live in the city, not just work in the city. You want to build up our workforce and make sure that when they do have good jobs, that they also want to invest in a home in the city of Pontiac. We want to create opportunities for veterans, for seniors, and also for affordable housing. That is my background. That is what I do, and that is what I will implement in Pontiac as the next mayor of the city.
All right, Candidate Waterman.
Talk about attainable housing, and the housing shortage is acute all across Michigan. In fact, the Governor Whitmer appointed me to the Black Leadership Advisory Council Business Committee because of the success we've had in finding means of adding housing in Pontiac. But some of those means, you have to think of the many ways to do that, forward thinking. And one of the things is for homeowners, for example, is to find banks and other institutions that will help them afford a down payment. And that's, we brought in Flagstar Bank, gave us $10 million for the comeback mortgages. But also, if we're talking about homeowners, we want to make sure that they don't get priced out of the market. As you're bringing in economic development and the prices go up, we want to make sure that people who are here who are sustained in this community don't get priced out of the market. I don't want to use the word, we talk about that. But also, one of the ways we can support our homeowners here is by, and I'm going to mention the ARPA funds, we haven't talked about that, but that's the $38.7 million I brought here as part of the federal grant.
Okay, that is time. That is time. Okay, we're coming down to the last of my formal questions. We'll have audience questions here in a moment. This sort of rounds it out now that things have sort of warmed up a little bit here.